publishers for the next book because I would like a print run, and they weren't doing them. So
Okay.
I'm going to look for someone who's, well, we'll look for someone who's doing that so that I can be in the bookstores without having to go crazy. And I can call up and say, oh, you have my book, I'll come in and I'll be happy to sign them. And
Have you had any luck with newspapers, magazines?
I didn't really put any ads in there. Oh, you mean for reviews?
Getting a newspaper to do a book review?
Oh, I had, when I had a publicist for a while, I did have an interview with Our Town, which is the local neighborhood by neighborhood newspaper in Manhattan. I guess maybe elsewhere in the city as well. So that was pretty much the only interview I had with newspapers.
Yeah, because I've been told that your local media is your best friend, because these are people who are almost always looking for something to put in the paper.
Yeah.
And so if you approach them with whatever it is that you've done, then they're happy to put you in the paper. Has this changed your life in any way?
Wow, it's made it busier.
Yeah, I mean, you had a full-time job, but you wrote when you had the job, right?
Yes, I did, and I just left my full-time job at the end of August, so now I'm trying to devote, most of my time to writing and social media, because you don't want to forget about what you've already got out there. But it's very time-consuming, as I'm sure you know.
Oh, I
It
know.
just you get started with one thing, and then
I mean, I had a job where I knew what I was doing. I knew my material. I knew what I had to do, and then I retired from that job. I hate that word. And once I started with the books, my life became a series of trial and error, hunting, researching,
right.
being rejected, finding things that were expensive that didn't work. It's really been a learning experience.
Yes.
And there are several people who have written books about how to do this process, and I don't find, well, I shouldn't say I don't find, but I would assume that they have many of the same things that we've just talked about,
Yeah.
that you learn by trial and error.
Right, because you really don't know. You don't know what's
No.
going to work for you at first.
No, I understand. But what motivated you to write these books?
Oh, I really wanted to, as I said before, capture a little bit of what's going on in the world around us. So each one of them has a theme that I think everybody could relate to, and I thought that would be a good way. I wanted to write, and I was thinking about how I wanted to approach it, and I thought that would be a really good way to start. And so I've kept that going through. And also I just love to write. I mean, I really enjoy it, love it.
I like telling a story, but I'm really not sure I like to write.
Oh,
It's the technical aspect
I
of
like
it
that process, and I love telling a story too.
Yeah, but I love the research, and I love making up the stories and putting the stories together, and then after that, I wish somebody would write the book.
Oh, well, somebody should edit it and get it published.
Yeah, absolutely the truth. So what's next?
Well, I finished one book that I'm trying to sell, which we're still working on. It's called Bar None, and it's about a young woman, Jude Delane, who owns a bar on 10th Street and Avenue B. And it's kind of about the city and about a murder that takes place near her. And now I'm working on a sequel to Nick of Time, which is called Out of Time. And it's about thoroughbred horse racing, but really which leads to terrorism. So it's that kind of a story. It's going to involve ISIS and
Now,
those people.
within the mystery genre, there are a lot of different categories. How would you categorize yours?
I would categorize these more as suspense.
Mystery and suspense, not cozies,
Not cozies.
not children's mysteries,
No. And that's a problem.
not true crime fiction.
No,
No.
because people.
It is a problem.
It is a problem because people expect the mystery. I think a lot of people expect it to be more like the cozies, or that the two genres can't be combined somehow. So I was trying to make up names last week for new genres, like
Well, you could do that.
Mistens.
Mystery romance is very popular
Yes,
now.
romance is very popular.
Yeah.
I know some people who are writing
Romance will always be very popular.
and that's just great for them. So
So I think this is just my own thought, that it's very important to know exactly what kind of mystery it is, because you have to look for an audience. And your audience probably, although I'll let you tell that, who do you think your audience
I
is?
think my audience is, someone over 25, mostly women, and a mystery reader. Maybe not so much a romance mystery reader, but a mystery reader who would be interested in
Crime,
crime. Yeah.
forensic science.
I don't really
put
have
any
a lot of that
forensics?
in
No.
there. I don't know that much about that. I mean, I guess I could learn.
That would be another area of research.
Yeah.
You could call me on the phone any day. But
I like doing the research too.
you like what?
I like doing the research.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's the most fun part of. I recently did something. This is completely off the topic, but I'm going to say it very fast. I'm restoring a flexible flyer sled that belonged to my brother, and he somehow or other scraped the decal off, and so I was researching the decal. How can I get this decal? You can't believe what I found out about sleds. And the same thing happens when you're researching a book, is you can't believe what you find out about the topic, how you solve that kind of a mystery.
Identity theft was a very big,
can imagine
big one
that
to,
was very exciting.
research, and there's a lot of information out there. And now I'm researching this ISIS stuff, and I'm afraid that I'm going to wind up on a wrong website and have
You know,
someone be calling me.
I'm actually afraid of using the word terrorism in my emails,
Yeah,
because I bet they filter that way. I'm I don't want to
I know
go
you
to
don't want
jail.
to, exactly, and you're not doing anything wrong. It's
No.
just,
No,
but
you could
they
be just saying I'm afraid of terrorism, and no.
It's funny. I've been thinking about that because I said, oh, I don't know if I should go to that website. Or maybe that one looks safer, but
Oh, some of the websites you open are really scary.
close them right away.
Yeah, close that one up. Yeah, I know, but I enjoy that too, and I can't believe the wealth of information that is on the internet, because you could just get lost in there. It's like a maze, and
You start with one, and then you go to the next and the next. Even like the diamonds, and in this book there's a story about the heritage of the red diamond, which of course I made up, but I did find a place there in Russia where they would have found a red diamond like this, and it's to get into like what was that mine like, and what were those people like. And,
I think that's a very interesting aspect of the book. I really try to put history and science in my books.
and then this one ends at the Museum of Natural History,
Where
they
the Hope
have-
Diamond is.
Yes, where they have the big jewelry
Yeah,
collection.
I love that exhibit. Well, women, we like that stuff.
That's why I think most of these books would be for women more than men.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my books too. So, what kind of advice would you give to somebody who's in that little writing circle and they want to write a book? What would you
Just
say
sit
to them?
down and write it.
Yeah.
Really, they
Just
say
keep writing.
BIC, your button chair, and sit down and write it and get the words down, and then you can go back and fix it. And
Yeah, we
change
were
it.
talking about that in the car too, is, you have that tendency to fix as you're going. Just keep writing.
I do that, but
That's because of your career.
oh yeah, because everything had to be short. That was a big challenge.
Well, when
From
I got-
writing short things to writing, I mean, I did write brochures.
See, for me,
but
it's the other way, because I have to write my own press and my own blurbs, and I find that very hard. But
Send it
keep
to me.
writing, right?
I'll do that for you.
Okay, thank you.
I would.
It's great to have you, Kathy.
Thanks for having me.
Very nice interview. So, beautiful book. Did you design the covers?